welcome back. So I have a different kind of video for you guys today. A couple of videos ago I asked you guys if you wanted to see a video of where I got my fashion inspiration from, like my style icons, like from when I was younger and stuff, like where it came from and like what I think of when I pick out like outfits for you guys. You guys all seem to love the idea, so let's get into my style icon video. This type of video, talking about this actually makes me like, you know when you see a hot boy that you fancy and you get butterflies? This, honestly, I don't know what it is. This is how I feel about like clothes. It's really bizarre. Like I've got butterflies now just thinking about this video. So let's go back in time and talk about when I was a teenager. I just used to wear like basic clothes, like basic t-shirt and jeans, probably whatever my mum put in my wardrobe, to be honest. I actually, as a child, really disliked the whole shopping experience. We didn't have online shopping back then because obviously I'm an 80s child. So if you wanted to shop, you had to go to your local shopping centre, and I just really disliked the whole experience. I discovered fashion when I was 16. I remember it so well. I did A-level art, GCSE art. Art was really something that I did all the way through school, and every time the art teacher would give us a subject, I would somehow make clothes. So if the subject was architecture, I'd make a dress out of like buildings and stuff, and if it was nature, I'd make a dress from leaves, and for my A-level art I made a whole dress out of paper. And then my art teacher said to me one day, "Your designs really remind me of Vivienne Westwood." I've never heard of Vivienne Westwood. Can you believe it? I'd never heard of Vivienne Westwood. But this was a long time ago now, mind. So I started looking her up and I was like, oh my god, this woman is life. She is life. She is life. This is a really battered book, I've had it for a while. I discovered Vivienne Westwood and I started researching her, and to cut a long story short, I was really obsessed with how she had this little shop on King's Road. When I first moved to London, this shop was like the first thing that I went to see. She has this shop on King's Road and she changed the whole theme of the shop all the time. So she was the person, one of the main people behind the punk dressing back in like, I think it was the 70s. And every time she changed the theme of this shop, this whole mass of people would follow suit and like, I just thought, kind of like what bloggers do today, I guess. A blogger wears a certain outfit, then all of a sudden we're all wearing ruffles. It's as simple as that. So I love the way Vivienne Westwood moulded fabric to a woman's body. Like the way she pinched in the fabric and gathered it in materials, it was so flattering. Like she could take any fabric and make it really work. She somehow got the silhouette of a woman. So this is the punk era that I was just talking about. Keeping in mind, dressing was really not like this back then. So she was a real trendsetter and a first adopter of all fashion trends, and I loved that about her. So not only did I like her clothes and the way she made things, I loved her whole philosophy. So as you can see here, like I really love the way she gathered the material, and that's definitely, and she just, the way she layers fabrics, but it still makes a beautiful silhouette. And I think that's what I look for in fashion still today. Like, first and foremost, when I shop, I look at the silhouette of things. Does this work as a silhouette? Does this make a woman's figure look good? And that is when I shop on sites and I can see loads of little pictures. I always look at the silhouettes. What's the silhouette going to look like? If it's not a flattering silhouette, we move on. And her wedding dress collection today, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. If you can see the dresses here, wherever I put them, they are just the dream. If I ever get married, I really want to get married in a Vivienne Westwood wedding dress, just like Carrie from Sex and the City. So I left school and the next phase was Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Not so much anymore, but back in the day, their style was just impeccable. I don't say their style's not impeccable anymore, just this, not so much in the public eye in the UK as they were maybe like 7-8 years ago. I was obsessed with the oversized dressing, especially Mary-Kate. I just love the whole bohemian, like the long crinkled hair, skinny jeans, really oversized stuff. And still today, I'm such a lover, you know this, of oversized things, like the shabby chic. And that actually leads from Vivienne Westwood, because a lot of her stuff is really oversized and then pinched in at certain places. I love the way Mary-Kate wore like big baggy like stuff and then had like rings on her fingers, or like a scarf. They really made the most of accessorizing with like glasses and scarves. So I remember this was before the days of like any blog or any Instagram, social media, anything like that. So I used to go on these websites called Candids. I used to type in Mary Kate, Candid, Sienna Miller, Candid. And what it did, it brought up loads of pictures of their everyday outfits that obviously photographers had taken back in the day. And that's how I had to get like my fashion fix. I so wish Instagram was available back then because it used to take up so much time and the internet was like a snail's pace. So the next one probably is an obvious one. We've all watched the movie Alfie. Who didn't fall in love with Sienna Miller in that film? She was just, her whole attitude, her whole sex appeal, it was just something that I really loved, minus the cigarette. And that's when her whole boho phase came about, and she just somehow had this air about her that was just so beautiful. There's something about her style that is so effortless. I want to call it like shabby chic, and I love that. Like it looks like she's gone to a charity shop and got these pieces, but she looks incredible in them. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Next came my whole obsession with Sex and the City. Believe it or not, I love the storyline of Sex and the City, but that was not the main reason why I watched it. The fashion. I was obsessed with like Carrie Bradshaw's fashion. I remember watching each episode just excited to see what they all had on, in particular Carrie. I loved the way they wore stuff that no one had ever seen before. Like these styles were unusual for the time period. I remember trying to copy these styles and the hair. You all know my hair, it's limp as anything, and I used to try and curl it to make Carrie Bradshaw curls because I wanted to like her style so much. My ultimate favourite was that dress when she was in Paris with the green. Oh, she just looked absolutely stunning. And the wedding dress by Vivienne Westwood where she goes, "It's a bird."
It was a bird.
I just absolutely loved everything about that show, which got me into watching Gossip Girl. Again, the storyline was great, but I just used to love seeing what they were wearing. Like Serena and Blair, just their outfits were just absolutely beautiful and different, and that's what I always like about clothes. Things that are different. People that wear different stuff aren't afraid to like go against the norm and maybe try something different. And the dresses in particular, when they went to balls or evening wear, I always say, if I could, I would wear a ball gown every single day. And actually, outside of Gossip Girl, Blake Lively, who plays Serena, her style. She's like, do you ever watch the red carpet? I'm that person that stays up and watches what people wear on the red carpet. I just love seeing the dresses. And her and Sienna Miller are like the two people that I always look forward to seeing on the red carpet because their red carpet style is incredible. Next is Victoria Beckham, post wag face. I love her style now. She has come such a long way, and to be honest, I did it the same. I had all them phases with her, and now is when she dresses more beautiful than ever. She has a very classy, clean look about her, and I think as I got older I kind of appreciated that style more. I in particular love her smart dressing. One of my favourites is her in this trench coat and the trench hat right here. Such a beautiful look, and she has a very specific style that suits her, and she knows it, and I love that. That's her staple look, and when we think of Victoria Beckham, we know what she'll be wearing. It's very high-end, it's very fashion, and I love that. I love it when you kind of like, she takes kind of styles and things that are like, wouldn't look out of place on a red carpet, like the high necks, big sunglasses. Like she walks out of like wherever she's staying or where she's about to get packed, and she looks like she would not be out of place on the runway. And I love that. I'm just going to touch on this one a little bit, and it's Kendall Jenner, and I love her off-duty model style. Like the Kardashians and the Jenners, they all have the same vibe except for Kendall Jenner, and she's a very high-end fashion, and I love some of the street style stuff that she rocks out in. It's really effortless, but she looks sick in it. And I love that she has developed her own style on her own and not just gone with what her sisters wear. I love that about someone who's not afraid to be different. Okay, next is the only blogger I'm going to mention in this video. There's obviously a lot of bloggers that I love the style, but I feel like this girl, above the rest, she just, for me, I love it. I love her style. It's beautiful, and I wish I had her hair. You all know who I'm talking about. It's Megan. I love the way she incorporates high street with designer, and I love that she looks absolutely fabulous all the time. The particular thing that I really like about her style is that she matches things that you wouldn't necessarily think would go together, and they really work. Moving on to the next person, I've saved my favourite to last, and I don't know if you probably know who I'm going to mention. So one of the reasons I love Negan, and actually the person that I've saved to last has this too, they don't matchy match things. Like I really hate things like you see at the races when people have like an orange hat to go with the orange dress and the like orange shoes. Like I love it when things don't match. Like wear snakeskin with leopard print. Like I love things that, like a patchwork quilt, I think it makes an outfit more different. There's nothing worse than being matchy and the colours are slightly off. That's one of my pet peeves. I really don't like that. If you have like a dress and you've got nothing to match it, go for something completely outrageous and just make it work, because it'll look better than trying to match the colour, I think. That's my personal view anyway. So I just find Negan does that really well, and I love that about her. And my last and my favourite and the queen of my style video, it has to be Olivia Palermo. She is just, her wardrobe is the dream, but I actually kind of want her hubby as like an accessory too, because he is hot. But husband aside, her style is impeccable. Like I can't even explain about it. Like the way she accessorizes her outfits, nothing ever matches, but it goes perfectly together. Like the way I don't know what it is about it. Every time she steps out, she's in something completely different. Like one time she'll be in leather, the next she'll be in like a really feminine floral dress. And I love that. It keeps you excited. You don't know what she's going to wear. When I see these style icons and what they're wearing, I never like to try and like take their look head to toe and match it. I kind of just like to take things from each one to like form my own fashion sense, if that makes sense. It's so much better to like be you and wear the things that you like rather than just a carbon copy of something else. Like here you'll see a prime example of the mixy matchy theory. Like she's got denim with a grey coat on and a red Fendi bag. Is it Fendi? I think it's Fendi. And brown shoes. Like none of it goes. If you put it in a colour palette, you'd be like, this doesn't work. But somehow she just looks incredible. Like here she's got 2 sets of pinstripes and a floral jacket. Like it shouldn't go, but it somehow really does. When I look at clothes and when I'm shopping for clothes, print is such a major part in like whether I pick an outfit or not. When I was younger and I used to go to the charity shops and sift through all the clothes, the one key thing that I used to look at is the fabric. Like, is the fabric a good fabric? Like, is the material, is the pattern, is it working? Is it something that I or you personally like? That's what you definitely have to look for. Like even when I'm shopping on a really affordable website, I always go in my head, does this look net-a-porter? And what I mean by that is you can find affordable stuff, but does it look classy? Is the print classy? Is the fabric classy? And I always go, is it net-a-porter? I have the same theory about, I'm really into home decor and like doing stuff up. I'm like, does it look net-a-porter? Because when I used to work intern in the offices are beautiful with like black, white, sleek roses. That style is just very me, but you don't have to break the bank to have that style. You just have to have that vision in mind. So I hope that video helps you guys in some way, and if you're struggling with fashion and knowing what to wear, definitely look up some of these people and like find people that you want to look like or you admire their fashion sense and just see what they wear, because subconsciously you'll be collecting loads of knowledge. Because if you wanted, for instance, to learn French, you'd go revise French, you'd go learn French. So if you want a better fashion sense, go and research Vogue, go read magazines, go look at what people are wearing, really take in what's working, what you like, what you don't. That's my number one thing when it comes to fashion. Look around, look what people are wearing. If someone walks down the street, what is it about their outfit that makes it look good? My mum in particular had on these clothes the other day, and she had like a baggy t-shirt on, baggy shorts, and I was like, I took her in front of the mirror and I was like, Mum, look at yourself in front of the mirror. I tucked in her shirt in front of her shorts and I rolled her shorts up, and suddenly she had a figure like this instead of just up and down, and she was like, oh yeah, this is good. I was like, open your eyes to how people are styling stuff. More than what they're wearing, how are people styling stuff? What bag are they wearing with stuff? Like, I can't recommend that enough. And actually you'll find that most people that are into fashion or fashion bloggers have done this naturally from when they were younger, and that's how they've accumulated such like a good fashion sense as they they've got older. So I hope that video wasn't too long for you. If you like this kind of video, please give me a big thumbs up, because it lets me know what kind of videos like that you like, because obviously this channel is for you guys. I just want to make videos that you'll enjoy. So leave your like messages in the comment section and let me know what type of videos you want, because that always helps. And as always, I'm at the Laura Blair on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm actually making videos especially for Facebook at the moment, so maybe give me a follow on there. It will be linked just below as well. So yeah, I will see you in maybe tomorrow for another video.